Geofences within Simple InOut are the feature that people know our software for. In fact, Geofences was among the first features that we had that really put us on the map back in 2011. So today we're going to talk about what geofences are and how you can use them to automatically update your status without having to do a single thing. So by using geofences, as long as you're carrying around your phone and your phone has a Simple InOut app and it's properly configured, Simple InOut can automatically check you in when you walk into an area, and it can automatically check you out when you've left. So it's a great way to keep your board up to date without having to remember to do it at all. So today, let's take a peek at Simple InOut's geofences. Right now we're looking at the website, simpleinout.com, and here if you're an administrator, you have access to be able to create geofences. Administrative level users can create geofences that can be reused by the entire company. Every single user will have the option then to use these geofences themselves on their device. So you start this geofence process by looking at a list of geofences here on the screen. You can also see this list in map form by clicking on the map tab, and here we can see where all the geofences are located and how big they are. So to go ahead and use geofences here, we're just going to create a brand new one from scratch. So I'll come back over here and click Add Geofence. Now once we hit Add Geofence, then we'll have to give this geofence a name and we'll have to put it in its location. So we're going to assume for the moment here that we're a bank and we have a brand new branch. So we're going to call this latest branch. And as far as where it's located, we do have a couple different ways you can find it. You could grab your current location, or you could do a search via Google's mapping software in order to kind of figure out where this is going to go. So for example, right now I'll just type in bank here and we'll find some banks, and then I will go ahead and move this around. So here's our current town, and we're just going to say that this new branch goes, we'll just put it right over here. Now, because it's a map, you can just zoom in wherever you need to zoom into. And so you could drag this pin around here to put the branch exactly where you need it to be. We're just going to assume, let's just say it's this building right here. Then the other thing you can do is you can go ahead and grab this little arrow here to adjust the size of the radius of your geofence. Now, in this moment, I'd like to point out that the larger a geofence is, the more accurate it becomes. And that's due to the way the low power methods that geofences work. Geofences piggyback off things that your phone is already doing. Things like looking for open Wi-Fi hotspots or looking for the nearest cell phone tower in case you get a phone call. Now, because of those low power things that it can do to figure out where you're at, the bigger your geofence is, the more reliable it will be. So try to make this geofence very large. If you try to make it too small, you might notice this message coming up that says larger geofences are more reliable. So we will let you create a geofence that's a little bit smaller than you probably should. You'll get this message here. And that's just a gentle nudge to try to make your geofence much bigger. Therefore, it'll be more accurate. So we're going to go ahead and make our fence this big. And we'll hit create. Now once I hit create, we have a brand new fence down here ready to go called latest branch. Now if I click on latest branch to edit the latest branch, I'm able to access other options that we have that aren't available when you just go ahead and create the geofence for the first time. The big option you're allowed to change after the fact is what happens when you enter a geofence and what happens when you exit a geofence. When you enter a geofence, by default, it will check the users in with a message that says, with a comment left behind that says in at latest branch. And when you exit, it'll automatically check the user out and the comment left behind will be left latest branch. Now you can change these comments if you wish, if you want it to be something other than the default. You can also change which status is implemented. So you can decide whether or not you want the status to be in, or maybe when they walk into the geofence, you want them to check them out. That's more of an advanced use case, but we definitely have customers where that makes a lot of sense. You can also turn it off entirely. So maybe for some reason you have some other mechanism for users to check themselves in, and you just want the geofence to automatically check you out as you leave the area. Those are all possibilities that you can absolutely do based on these settings. For now, we're just going to leave this as is, and I won't click update because I didn't actually change anything, and we'll just go with this. So that's how you create a geofence within Simple InOut. But let's talk about how you use it. So in order to use it now, we're going to need to look at our phone. So here is Simple InOut. In this case, it's Simple InOut for the iPhone. And so right now I'm on the settings tab, and you can see we have a number of settings, and one of them is called automatic status updates. So by using automatic status updates, I'll be able to turn on these features. So tapping on automatic status updates. Now, the first thing you'll have to do is you'll have to enable automatic updates, which will automatically enable all of these features. I'm going to turn this switch on. Now, it's worth noting that at this moment, the first time you turn on this switch, it will automatically ask you for permissions that you're going to need to accept in order to allow Simple InOut to see your location. Now, it's also worth noting at this moment that Simple InOut has basically been building privacy in since day one. The location, the information of where your phone actually is not used other than on the device in order to determine whether you've entered or left one of those areas. Simple InOut never transmits your location to the server. Therefore, we can't possibly store your location anywhere on our servers, and therefore we cannot possibly display your information, your location to anybody. Simple InOut's geofences are made as a handy feature in order to automatically update your status for you. It is not some big brother tracking mechanism, nor will it ever be. So that's worth pointing out that we respect your privacy. This is just to save you time by automatically updating your status. So now once we've gone ahead and done this, I can go ahead and tap on Geofences, and there I'll see all of our geofences, including our latest branch geofence that we have now. So if I tap on latest branch, as the user, this will show you exactly where that geofence is, and it'll also show you what will happen if you turn this geofence on. If I enable this fence as the user, then my status will be updated after entering this region to in at latest branch. And if my status will be updated after exiting to left latest branch. Now I'm okay with this as a user because boy, is this gonna save me some time. So I'll turn on the switch and there we go. Now at that point, the next time I cross that dark blue boundary, give or take, we will automatically be either checking in or checking out right in Simple InOut.